Oh, look at look at the camera shake. Sorry about that. I got a little different setup. Let me turn this down. This is a brand new radio I got yesterday that Thomas sent me. It's a internet radio. It's by Majority, and it's the Turo Internet Radio. Let me think about this now. It's internet radio, it's FM radio, it's Bluetooth, it's you can also via the internet, via Wi-Fi, listen to podcasts that are on the internet. Has an auxiliary input, MP3 player, but the MP3 player, believe it or not, only has the larger USB dongle interface. It does not have the TF card. Unfortunately, right now, I don't have any free music on a dongle like that. I'm in a hurry because right now this is on sale for 30% off. It's normally, I'm looking over my shoulder, $79.95, and right now there is a $25 coupon. So you can get it for about $50. What else? Oh, the other thing is it's controllable with a tablet or a cell phone running an Android or Apple application. And that is extremely helpful because it just got these few buttons to navigate. And although you can do it, and once you learn how to do it, you can do it pretty fast, it's so much easier on your cell phone. Let me show you my cell phone. There's the interface. So I've selected this channel, the BBC4, which is what I'm listening to. And then you can search the database, of which there are hundreds of thousands of stations on the internet. That's why this program is useful trying to search, because if you're doing a search and you got to type in something on this guy, you got to turn the dial to select a letter, push the button, turn the dial again, select the letter. It's really difficult. You can do it, but it's difficult. On this, you just use your cell phone keypad, type it in, tell it to search, boom. That's how I found BBC4. And it has a bunch of presets that you can save, like I've saved this in my presets. Now, like I said, I just got this radio and I'm still learning, so I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. Bear with me, but I want to get this information out to you. All righty, keep in mind, I'm probably going to use this, and I have to bring it back to me so I can see the keyboard. Now, what I've done is I've already found a bunch of stations that I was interested in, including podcast. So like there's at the top is WRMI. There's a podcast, not a podcast, a radio station that broadcasts old sci-fi radio broadcasts. And then there's a couple other ones. There's the BBC one. There's a podcast that Dale Earnhardt Jr. does. Okay. The next one is a podcast that Glenn Hauser does. Now, Glenn Hauser has for years been putting out reports about shortwave reception. And this is his podcast. I've never listened to his podcast until now. And like I said, you can do a search either here, which is quite cumbersome, not even going to show you to you, or if I go back and figure out how to do it. Okay, so here's where you can select the mode. Oh, it also has Spotify if you have a Spotify account. So I'm in internet radio. Now, you select internet radio, and then it gives you this browse menu, and that's how you search for stations. Either stations within the United States or any other country you want to select. Favorites, my added stations, search. They abbreviate the words here. I'm not sure why. Plenty of room on my screen here. Search by location, popularity, or just randomly discover internet stations. So, for instance, let me get my step here. I can try it, show it to you. Okay, so here I selected United States. There's all the cities in the United States you can select. And I go back, and I thought, go back again. Like I say, I'm new to this, so bear with me. Plus, I'm struggling to reach things. No, I don't want that. Location. Okay, here, down here, you can select location. So Africa, Asia, I'm going to kick the camera, Europe, North America, Oceania, South America. I picked North America, then I picked the United States. Okay, that's how I did that. Sound quality is very good. Pretty good sized speaker. Has a bass port. Let me show you the back. Oh. Okay, there's the bass port. There's the USB connection, line input. It runs on an AC adapter. On-off switch is on the back. I don't know why that's not on the front, but it's on the back. Probably because of the way the circuitry is laid out. Now, when I first started using it, you set it up to connect to your internet. And it says searching for internet, your routers. It's searching for your routers. Well, when I'm in my office, which is where I'm at right now, I can see about 8 different routers, 2 of which are mine and the other 6 are neighbors. And they're pretty strong. So there's plenty of signal up here that I could connect to. I could not get this guy to see anything. It just sat there and searching and searching and searching and searching. And after about 20 minutes, it gives up. And so I tried all kinds of things, resetting it, everything. I could not get it to connect. And in my office, I had it sitting on my other desk, which my router, not my router, what do you call that thing where you can have multiple connections? What do you call that thing? I don't know. I'm getting old. Oh, and now I kicked the camera. Anyway, that guy was about 3 feet from this radio. So I was like, how close can you get? So I was putting it back in the box, ready to ship it back. And I thought, let me try one more thing. I know there's a lot of signals going around this room. I've got 5 or 6 computers on. I've got radios on. I got the router, that's what it's called, a router. I was thinking about the modem. I got the modem in here. And so I thought, well, maybe it's confusing it. So I took it to my bedroom, which is the next room over. I'm on the 2nd floor, and tried it, and it worked. It worked. I was able to connect, because it's more sophisticated, newer, to my other modem. The service is provided by my landline phone. And like I say, it's a newer router and modem, and it's more secure. It worked. Okay. So I had everything working. I unplugged it. I brought it back in here, and I set it on this desk, which is about 10 feet from my main router, and it still works. So that's why I have moved over here to do this show. Okay, the next, I don't want to call it a problem, but the next thing I've struggled with is I tried FM radio. It's supposed to be just a standard FM radio, and I have about 40 stations that I can receive with a even halfway decent radio. Even like a $10 FM radio, I can get about 25 stations. This guy got zero, not even noise, nothing, zero, nada. And so I went on their website and I searched for frequent ask questions, and other people were having problems with FM. And there was the general response to like move the antenna around, turn the radio on and off, add a wire to the antenna, the usual stuff. I had tried all that, nothing. Finally, I was holding the radio in my lap and searching FM, and I found the station. One super strong station. That's all I found on FM. So, forget FM. Forget it. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. It's almost like the telescopic antenna, which is pretty long. It's probably 28 inches. Isn't connected. Because, I touched my finger on it, and usually that will introduce noise. It had no effect. So I said, well, I didn't want this for FM radio. I've got 200 or 300 radios that are FM capable. I don't care. So I just said, forget that. So then I started playing around with both a podcast, again, via Wi-Fi, or internet radio. And I found a couple of stations. Now let me see if I can figure out how to get to my list. Yeah, that didn't do it. Okay. Favorites. Yeah, there we go. So the buttons, the writing is very, very faint and tiny, especially for me. So I'm struggling with these buttons. So here's the ones that I grabbed a couple of them. So like here is WBCQ. You're familiar with that one. So I can select that. And now it's connecting. It's loading. And there we go. Oh, music. Can't have that. Let's go to, how did I do that? Favorites. Sci-fi old time radio.
Fire encircles Yoda, and Sifo-Dyas changes form.
There's the information
Yoda staggers backward
about this particular show on this channel.
He opens his eyes on a gunship with Anakin and clone troopers.
Okay, enough of that. This is the big knob is volume, among other things. What else? What else can I tell you? Like I say, it comes with a AC adapter, so there's no batteries. It's not portable unless you've got an AC source that you can carry around. I'm getting too excited. Manual. Here's the manual. I'll kick the camera again. Very small print. And although the manual is pretty detailed, for me, it's confusing. It's confusing. Also has DAP decoding capability. Of course, I'm in the United States. We use RDS, so that didn't work. Although I spent 15 minutes trying to get it to work, and then I'm like, DAP, no, in the United States. What a dummy. Again, the app, which is free, is invaluable. That makes it so much easier. Plus, it's like a remote control. You can have this up on a shelf and use your cell phone to control the radio. All the functions of the radio, even turning it on and off. This little symbol, you may not be able to see it, is a strength indication of Wi-Fi. And then this star 2 is my number 2 favorite. We'll try one more favorite. Yeah, there's a podcast. It doesn't tell you that it's a podcast. This is the Dale Jr. Download Podcast. Let me just try that. Play it for a short period of time so I don't get in trouble. There we go. Like I say, I'll pay it.
You don't go in there unless you're told to go in there. So we're sitting in this lounge, and me and Tony Sr.
So, and the thing is, with the podcast anyway, you can start listening to a podcast and then go to an internet radio or something like that. Come back to the podcast, and I don't know if it shows up. It'll tell you where you were and take you back to where you were. Like I was at 4 minutes and 30 seconds out of an hour and 21 minutes. So you don't lose your place in the podcast. That's really nice. The display is awesome. Now, I'm looking at my camera, and the display looks like it's got a blue background. No, it's black. It's very black background. So it shows up very well. Easy to read. Again, gives you details about what you're listening to. That's about it. Again, right now, it's on sale for $25 off, normally $80. I want to thank Thomas for sending me this radio. And I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I wish you would. Have a great day. Bye-bye.